Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on integration part 2. A special puzzle to warm up the brain cells is on the next slide. The answer will be given at the end. Enjoy. What is the meaning of the following? Good luck with it and see how you go. The primitive function. In simple terms, the primitive function is like the reverse process to differentiation. That is, if function dash x equals x to the power of n, we have function x equals x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c, which is a constant. So if you differentiate that, you will get this answer here. If function dash x equals mx plus k to the power of n, where m and k are constants, function x equals mx plus k to the n plus 1 over m outside of n plus 1 plus c, where c is a constant. If you differentiate the primitive function, you should arrive back to the original function. That is, if you differentiate that, you'll get that. If you differentiate that, you'll get that. Let's have a look at some examples. Find the primitive function for each of the following examples. If function dash dash equals x cubed, therefore function x, following the rule here, is a quarter x to the power of 4 plus c. Now if you differentiate this, you will get x cubed. Example 2. If function dash x equals x squared plus 4, therefore function x equals a third x cubed plus 4x plus c. Just follow the rule here, and that's how we find the answer. Example 3, if function dash x equals that expression, then function x equals that expression. And all you do, follow that guide there. And if you differentiate that, you'll end up with this. Finally, if function dash x equals 3x plus 4 to the power of 5, now we're looking at this guideline here for this one, to find function x. So that gives us 3x plus 4, which is like mx plus k. Here we have n plus 1, which is 5 plus 1, that's why we have the 6. And here we have the m outside of n plus 1, which is like the 3 outside of 5 plus 1, which is 6. So that gives us 3x plus 4 to the power of 6 over 18 plus c, which is your constant. Example 5. If the second derivative, that's function double dash x equals 6, right, so that's what we're given. Function double dash x equals 6, that is the second derivative is 6. Now, if function dashed 0 equals 3 and function 0 equals 4, we have to find function x. So, we'll start off. Function double dashed s equals 6, therefore function dashed x, which is the primitive function of this one, is 6x plus c. Now we're given that function dashed 0 equals 3. Therefore, we substitute 0 into here. So 6 by 0 plus c equals 3. Therefore c must equal 3. Therefore function dashed x must be 6x plus 3, because c is 3. Now, if we find the primitive function of that, that gives us 3x squared plus 3x plus k. We're told that function 0 equals 4. So we substitute 0 wherever we see x. So we get that line. That equals 4. We substitute x equals 0, which gives us k equals 4. So function x is 3x squared plus 3x plus 4. Now if we differentiate this function twice, we end up with function double dashed x equals 6. That is, the second derivative will equal 6. Example 6. If d squared y dx squared is 6x plus 2, that's what we're given. The function has a stationary point at x equals 4 and a y-intercept of 5. Find the function. Okay, here's the second derivative. So the first derivative must be 3x squared plus 2x plus c. Just find the primitive function of that. Since x equals 4 is a stationary point, we have dy dx must be 0, because that's what happens at a stationary point. So 0, we substitute 4 wherever we see x, so 0 equals that expression. When we simplify that, we get that, which gives us c equals minus 56. Therefore, dy dx equals 3x squared plus 2x minus 56. So you put minus 56 in here. So we find the primitive function of that, which gives us y equals x cubed plus x squared minus 56x plus k. Now, if the y-intercept is 5, we have k equals 5. And all we did there, we substituted x equals 0. So put 0 there, there, and there, because when you find the y-intercept, x must be 0. Therefore, k must be 5, because we were given that the y-intercept was 5. Therefore, the function we're after, y equals x cubed plus x squared minus 56x plus 5. Here's a quick quiz to help you. Please check through the video at any time. The meaning of the puzzle: torn in half. Pretty easy to see, isn't it? I wonder if you got that. And here are the answers to the quick quiz, and the video is at your disposal.